Tonight's headlines are brought to you by McDonald's and Mariana's Coffee.
Good evening, Commonwealth, and thanks for watching the Channel 2 News. I'm Chris Nelson. Let's take a look at tonight's top stories. A local man arrested on crystal meth and gun charges appears in Superior Court. Also tonight, as the island celebrates 80 years of peace in the Pacific, today's Juneteenth, a day to commemorate the end of slavery in 1865. And as the summer holiday season approaches, MVA will gather its membership tomorrow morning. In sports, our athletes are proven to be the big dogs in Micronesia with a strong showing in Majuro. Stay with us. These stories and more are next.
Find a plan that goes with your flow. Get unlimited local talk, text, and data at the most affordable rate with Unlimited Flow Postpaid.
I love Mariana's Coffee. Come join me for a cup. I think you would be really happy.
Half a day, women of the Marianas, in our roles as mother, wives, daughters, and friends, we often put the health of our families and loved ones first. But remember, to be the best version of ourselves, we must prioritize our own health. Regular screening like mammograms, pap tests, empower us to detect cancer at its earliest stages, increasing the chances of successful treatment. Take a moment to schedule your screening today. By taking care of ourselves, we can continue to care for those we love. Make your health a priority. Your loved ones need you, and you deserve the best possible care. Schedule your mammogram and pap test by calling the CHC Women's Clinic at 670-234-8951.
This is a bag. But for Steve, this bag gives him food cred. Because now everyone knows that when they have that craving, or they're just looking for the perfect deal, well, they just need to follow Steve.
Follow him all the way to the new McTerry Deluxe at McDonald's. It's an all-beef patty smothered with teriyaki sauce topped with lettuce and tomato on a sesame seed bun. For a limited time, price and participation may vary.
A local man appeared in court yesterday morning for his preliminary hearing on firearm and crystal meth trafficking charges. The case was heard in Superior Court. CNMI arrested 48-year-old John P. De Leon Guerrero and say that he illegally had and failed to store properly a collection of guns, including a .22 caliber Brown Marlin 882, a .22 caliber Black Winchester, and a 9mm Black Walter Arms PPS. They also say at least one of the guns had a scratched-off serial number and that Mr. De Leon Guerrero did not have a firearms identification card. He's also accused of possession and trafficking of crystal methamphetamine. The case was heard in front of Judge Lillian Tenorio, and she did find probable cause. Preliminary hearing is conducted by a judge to determine if the prosecution has enough evidence to go to trial. Chester Hines was the attorney, the prosecutor who appeared for the CNMI. De Leon Guerrero was remanded back into custody. Today is Juneteenth, a recently established federal holiday that commemorates the ending of slavery in the United States.
I think it's the day when, I guess, the slaves were finally freed. And I know there was the Emancipation Proclamation by Abraham Lincoln, but that was during the Civil War. I'm not sure if, I think this was after the Civil War, if I'm not mistaken, if the slaves were freed. But yeah, basically it's the day where slavery pretty much ended for our African American brothers and sisters.
Juneteenth first recognized as a federal holiday just 3 years ago.
From my understanding, Juneteenth was like a freedom for African Americans in the States as far as, I think, voting and stuff like that. So that's a big significance because today we have freedoms to vote, to just be free.
Robert says he's been working so much that today he is going to use the day to catch up with the time zones and family back in the States.
So I think what I'm going to do now is go back home and be lazy for a little while, talk to my folks back in the States, and just have a drink for June 18th. Keep working hard, keep being yourself, enjoy your freedoms, and have a good day.
I'm not sure of the background. I kind of remember something about freedom, stuff like that, but I'm not sure exactly the total details of the reason for the holiday. So I'm retired. It's another holiday for everybody, but for us retirees, it's another day.
So what do you know about today's holiday?
All I know about the June 19th or the Juneteenth holiday, like there's a lot of slaves that was set free. I know in the state of Texas, that was just I know about it, the holiday.
Actually, we didn't know that it's a holiday today. Yeah, we are not aware.
I know it has to do with Black history in the U.S. I know it's called Juneteenth.
This college student says she plans to watch some documentaries today to educate herself about the holiday and do some coursework.
I think it's really important to study the history of our country, especially considering the importance of today. And keeping yourself educated is important because your brain is a muscle, and exercising your muscles keeps you living longer.
The audience on Saturday made up of a mixture of locals, visitors, military, and veterans. These young Carolinian men, reflective and proud.
All I can say is, thank you for those guys, those soldiers that, we won't be here if we weren't for them. So I thank you from me and the POBWs. So Viva the 80th anniversary.
Mary Sims is the executive officer of the Frederick Hatch.
So we've got several different rates and ranks on board. We've got, we've got a few officers, 4 officers, and then 18 enlisted crew members.
She says the Battle of Saipan was a family affair.
My grandfather fought in the Pacific Theater for peace, so it's exciting to be out here so many years later and walking alongside our partners out here and celebrating that victory, so it's exciting.
80 years of peace that was sacrificed for and will always be remembered and celebrated.
We're here to represent our culture, the followers' culture. Our group name is TPO. Can I get a Viva? Viva! Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Right on, right on.
More tonight from the 80th anniversary of the Battle of Saipan. A parade of men, women, youth came into the American Memorial Park from across the street with the U.S. and CNMI flags flown side by side. Civilians, officers, elected officials walking together on a beautiful Marianas day with flame trees flanking the procession. As they approached the Court of Honor, the Star-Spangled Banner became a sing-along affair.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight.
Gentle breeze blowing the flags, hats off and hands over hearts, and then a nice transition into the anthem of the NMI as local youth looked on with earnest faces. The mood peaceful and reflective. Just prior to the end of the song, military jets whizzed by. A reminder of the capability of the U.S. military and the price of peace. It brings to mind what happened and what could happen here or in other parts of the world.
Today we come to honor those that paid the ultimate sacrifice so that we can have this day today and we can have the freedom that we have. We must never forget.
Park Superintendent Barbara Alberti.
80 years ago, these shores saw warfare like nothing ever before. 29 days of brutal fighting between Americans and Japanese.
She says 29th Division Marine Franco Barto summed it up.
The Battle of Saipan was a continuous meat grinder. On a good day, we would take 10% casualties. On a bad day, we would take 15 to 20% casualties.
Saipan was Japanese territory, and the United States wanted it badly so that planes could take off from here and reach Japan. The Japanese dug in.
I lost track of the fellows in my platoon. I would hear, so-and-so got killed, so-and-so was wounded. Replacements would come in and be killed before I could even learn their names.
The loss of life even greater on the Japanese side, with locals caught in the middle.
In the words of Mr. Juan Blas Blanco, what I remembered the most was the tremendous amount of ammunition that dropped on Saipan. Almost every inch or half inch of the island was hit by bullets because they were shot from the air, from the ships, from the tanks, and from the soldiers. And Sister Maria Salaberria recounted her experience, saying, "Thirst was one of the greatest hardships we faced during the month that we crisscrossed the hills and jungles from south to north. At the end of a month, our throats were so parched that there were days when we could not even swallow the food."
Our resident historian, Don Farrell, has become an NMI and international treasure. Teacher and author of 13 books, Farrell calls Tinian home.
The island fell to American forces on July 9, 1944. The Japanese leadership in Tokyo recognized that the loss of Saipan meant that B-29 bases would be soon built on Saipan and the other islands of the Marianas, and bombs would soon be falling on the Japanese home islands.
Farrell says this realization put tremendous pressure on the Prime Minister of Japan, who was running the war effort.
Hideki Tojo, War Minister and Prime Minister of Japan simultaneously, the man most responsible for pushing Japan into the war with the United States, was forced to resign along with his war cabinet.
But this did not end the conflict, and soon Russia would be looking for territory.
Emperor Hirohito, at that time, had an opportunity to end the war and save hundreds of thousands of Japanese, American, Chinese, British, We have to remember that there was a war still going on throughout Southeast Asia. Right? The war was still active. But he did not.
Upgrade your savings when you bundle with any iPhone 15 series today. Our affordable Link Bundle gives you the power to choose just what you need. With mobile and home internet starting for as low as $105 a month, no home phone required. Plus, activate your bundle with a brand new iPhone 15 and receive your first 2 months of home internet on us. A $50 port-in credit, a SuperPod AX, and basic installation, all free for a limited time. Additional conditions may apply. Visit DocomoPacific.com to learn more. Docomo Pacific, better together.
At one of Saipan's beaches, this mother lays about 100 eggs under the cover of darkness. She hides her nest as best she can and then slowly makes her way back to the ocean. The eggs hatch and the babies head for the sea, where they will face a daily dose of danger. Just 1 in 1,000 will make it to adulthood. Those that do will one day lay their own eggs. Sea turtles are protected under CNMI law. If you see one that is stranded or if you see illegal activity, call the hotline at 287-8537. Premium office space is available now at the Hermosa Vista Business Park on Capitol Hill. Features include dedicated parking, fast internet, backup power, good water, and natural light throughout to go along with the very best views on Saipan. So don't settle for space when you can get peace and peace of mind. Call Hermosa Vista today at 670-483-4750 or email hvsaipan@gmail.com. The Marianas Visitors Authority will hold its biannual general membership meeting tomorrow, Thursday, June 20th, at the Saipan World Resort in Sisupe. That meeting starts at 10 a.m. Registration is going to open at 9:30 a.m. Guest speakers will be from MVA's offshore offices in Korea and Japan. MVA Korea in-country manager Sejin Kim will speak about the Korea market and summer programs and promotions. Also scheduled to speak, representatives from MVA's creative ad agency for Japan, Kelly Wynn and Asumi Yamayoshi, who will introduce MVA's new marketing campaign called Between You and I. A brief update on other MVA programs will also be given, and elections will be held for 4 positions on the MVA Board of Directors. Welcome to the Mariana Islands, our new segment at Saipan International, where we check in with who's here and who's home. This man's on island for the second time. He's going to mix a little business with some sightseeing.
Yeah, my name is Andy Mulvey. We build transport tankers for the petroleum business. We're going to see 3 or 4 customers here, and then we're finished tonight. We'll go for a nice meal, and then I'll take a tour around the island because it's beautiful. I would like to go and see the Bird Island. I'd like to go and see the Blue Lagoon. Then I would like to go and see the Japanese War Memorial.
And is there anything else I guess you want to say, or any message?
Well, I just want to say it's fantastic to be here. Love the island. I'll come back again.
Joshua Alfred coming in after finishing an important semester at the University of Guam.
I miss the people, and my friends are mostly from here. But more socially, I'd say the access to the beaches. It's very accessible here, so that's mostly what I missed.
The young scholar is happy to be home and says his family is going to be a little bit surprised.
Most of my family doesn't know I'm here, so it's technically a surprise. So only my mom knows I'm here, so the first thing I'll do is just meet my siblings and surprise them, maybe have breakfast with them.
Melvin is back after spending a week on vacation on Guam.
Oh, Guam is awesome. Yeah, it's good weather. We had fun at the beach. Went to the hotel there. Went to tourist spots in Guam.
Compared to Guam, what does Saipan have that Guam?
What does Saipan have that Guam doesn't have? Maybe the smiles of the people here. They are more friendly in here, I guess. And the thing is, Guam is kind of busy compared to Saipan. So it's kind of laid back here, so we enjoyed it here more. And it's kind of cheaper here as well.
DJ Titano came in from Texas, and he has facts and figures and no doubt a calculator in his carry-on.
Flying actually from Houston, all the way from Houston, finally made it back home. I was actually chaperoning our Team CNMI elementary math court students. There was 4 of them that qualified and made it all the way out there. So myself and another colleague chaperoned them so that they can compete with the rest of the students out in the United States.
He says 2 of the students were returning competitors and 2 were visiting and competing for the first time.
I'm so proud of them. We helped them practice and review all week up until the competition. Unfortunately they didn't place, but we're still very proud of them that they made it that far.
As to what he's looking forward to,
the pacing of the island, it's so fast out there. Freeways everywhere. I'm ready to hit the back roads again.
Local programming coming your way tomorrow night as Catherine Perry hosts Your Humanities half-hour program right here on Channel 2. Catherine welcomes Manny Flores Borja, caretaker of the Santa Lourdes Shrine in Azteo, Saipan. Borja has a story that started 166 years ago in France.
In the Marianas, we have shrines to Our Lady of Lourdes on Guam, Rota, Tinian, Saipan. And on Saipan, the particular statue there at Our Lady of Lourdes came from Japan between 1920 and 1930.
Your Humanities airs on Thursday nights at 7 p.m. right here on Channel 2.
Hi, I'm Dre, one of the personal trainers here at Goat's Gym, and today we're going to show you a Bulgarian split squat, a fantastic lower body exercise that should be a main staple in your training. Now the first thing we want to address is the rear foot placement. Now whether it's toes on or toes off, just find what's comfortable for you. The bigger issue we want to tackle is the height of the box or bench. You see, when you set up on a box or a bench that's too high, that inherently puts an aggressive stretch on the front of your hip. Oftentimes, that sensation will take away from the working leg, the leg that's on the floor. And when you start to add load in this faulty position, you're bound to run into some problems, particularly if you got some mobility restrictions. So Jamila's gonna set up. She's gonna descend with control, and from there, just stand tall.
Buenas sports fans.
Team NMI in the medal lead in the micro games in Majuro, Marshall Islands. This week, men's and women's volleyball just missed playing for gold medals. They both take bronze by winning their last match. Our duo of Kathy Wingfield and Aurora Santos just missed the gold when they lost to Palau in 3 sets. The women played the Marshall Islands in the third place game and won in 3 sets to get the bronze. Palau then beat Guam for the gold in women's beach volleyball. The The men's team of Dylan Mister and Jermaine Salas victorious over Kiribati for the bronze. Team Palau beat Nauru to win gold. Overall, NMI has 26 gold medals, 14 silvers, and 10 bronze. Those numbers as of yesterday. Nauru currently in second place behind the NMI, and host Marshall Islands is in third in total medal count. CNMI swimming winning gold on the island of Kwajalein. Maria Batalones leading the way in swimming for the women. Hey, golfers, come north and practice your game at the Marianas Driving Range. New Year's local specials. 10-piece coupon books available for just $60. That's a $10 savings. Want to get really good? Come work on your swing every day for just $99 per month. It's our practice pass and you're going to love it. Grab your passes and go straight to the range. You can social distance and chip all at the same time, and the views are free. Reserve now at MarianasTrekking.com. You can pay online, open 7 days a week. National Weather Service has predicted below average tropical cyclone activity for the rest of the year in the Marianas, as we switch from an El Nino weather pattern to a La Nina. This pushes storm activity a bit to the west of us. Typhoons greater than 74 miles per hour, maximum of sustained winds, are expected to have just 1 or 2 in our area. There are no predictions of whether those will make any landfall. The weather is clear and beautiful for now. Isolated showers, mostly cloudy, low around 76, east winds 9 to 14 miles per hour. That wind is going to shift a little bit to the southeast. Tomorrow we can expect wind southeast 7 to 14 miles per hour. Mostly sunny again, highs near 87. And then on Friday, looking at highs near 87, low around 76, east wind 7 to 10 miles per hour. Friday night, that east wind's going to increase to 11 to 15 miles per hour with gusts as high as 18 miles per hour. These are the longest days of the year here in the Commonwealth this week. Looking at 13 hours and 3 minutes of daylight. Sunset tonight at 6:49 p.m. and sunrise tomorrow at 5:46.